final leg of the race and was able to hang on to the lead that Kelly Jackson on the left of your screen got him in the third round of this event.
But it required some tremendous patience from Laney because, you know, Ryan Fitzpatrick came out of the gates hot, actually overtook the lead for a split second there, but unconcerned with Fitzpatrick's pace, Laney stuck to his game plan, was able to catch up to him in the dumbbell and build a lead on the second round of burpee box jumps.
Gambit CrossFit, the top time right now, 1935 unofficially. We'll be back. The second final heat of Hell Diver after this.
Nine. 40 singlers. Left.
One heat remains for the teams on their second and final event of day number 2. 6 total events here in team competition in the Atlantic CrossFit Challenge in Knoxville, Tennessee. Sean Whitlam and Tommy Marquez here on the booth. Nikki Brazier is down on the competition floor. Only 2 teams able to complete Hell Diver in heat number 1.
Round 3.
We have a great race on top of the overall leaderboard as CrossFit Mayhem Freedom racked up their second straight win of the competition in event 3, Mega's World.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on tests with the worm this weekend. Really starting to build momentum, highlighting the moves that they made, adding Andrew Nissler and Taylor Williams into their roster this season along with Chase Hill as well. At this point, their full systems go. It's looking like they will catch to sweep the rest of the weekend, and really that's the expectation for the Mayhem through the rest of the way.
Second straight event win for Rich Ray and CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. And they are now just 1 point back from CrossFit West Chase. The top 5 teams have started to separate themselves from the field here. On track sits in 5th place. They're only 19 points out.
30 singlers.
So probably they are 48 points up on Three Bridges CrossFit. Relay style event here in event 4 presented by Rob White. Hell Diver, 1 athlete going at a time.
Yeah, relay style format, a ladder style chipper, 20 calories on the bike for the men, 15 for the women, then 15 burpee box jump overs, 10 dumbbell snatches. Then you come back the way you came, race to the finish mat, tag off for your next team.
And only 2 teams were able to complete all this work inside that plane attack. That was more. Let's go down when we break it.
3, 2,
According to the event organizers, there's at least one factor in each event that they consider a separator. Sometimes it's the format of the event itself, but sometimes it's an implement. And in this event, it is definitely these heavy dumbbells. Who gets me told me that because the athletes likely aren't training with these heavy dumbbells every single day, they won't be able to have a single weak link on their team. This would expose that.
Thank you, Nikki. Title is presented by CBD MD. Your overall recruit will be right in the middle of the floor. CrossFit West Chase, just 1 point up on the team that will be 2 lanes away from them. CrossFit Mayhem Freedom.
Some people on our team had a chat with Aaron Hanna from West Chase. He said he was just relieved to get the worm events behind him because they don't practice with it much. He said, keep your eyes open on Hell Diver. They're going to raise some eyebrows.
3, 2,
Second heat away, you saw Hannah Hardy for West Chase will be
20
up first
single unders.
for her to 19 minutes 35 seconds. Unofficially is the time to beat Gambit CrossFit out of St. Louis, Missouri. Was the team that put that 15 calories on the bike to start off here. It's Taylor Williamson who is out first for CrossFit Mayhem Freedom, just 1 point back of West Chase for the overall lead.
And it's hard to pick against anyone but Mayhem here because this is a collection of individual efforts, and one of the things that stands out about them is they have built a roster of athletes that stand tall on their own as individuals. You know, Rich Froning obviously encompasses an individual. Andrea Nisler, 10th last year in stage 1 of the CrossFit Games. Taylor Williamson was actually in a qualified position out of the open as an individual last year before they did the invite realignment, but more focused on the team competition. And the fact that she's the person leading off for them, wouldn't be surprised if they had a sizable lead by the time she tags off to Rich Froning. It looks like Rich might be going second instead of being the anchor leg. That tells you something about Chase, his ability to hold on the bike.
I'd like to thank Rob Watt for being one of our partners for today's broadcast. Rob Watt, unleash your calm, improve your mobility and athletic performance with Rob Watt. Visit robwatt.com for a 7-day free trial. Taylor Williamson was the first woman to those 15 burpee box jump overs. After that, it's the 10 alternating dumbbell snatches. We'll be crazy talking about that. 70 pounds on the dumbbell for the women. Taylor Williamson out early here with the lead for CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. And in lane 5 CrossFit West Chase, it's Hannah Hardy, who is now getting to the dumbbell in second place. 100 points for the winner of this event. Second place would get 95.
2, 1. 10 single unders.
In lane 2, along with teams at the other end of the floor, Team Hornet and the Spicy Little Llamas, they are on the dumbbell as well. As Taylor Williamson is making her way back down the floor on the second and final set of 15 burpee box jump overs. She's all by herself. Hannah Hardy has 4 reps to go. The world is judging Rich Froning. His movement is flawless.
And we mentioned earlier when it came to the grapple movement workout that efficient movement is fast movement, and that's kind of the foundation that Rich built his entire career off from the get-go. Smooth, consistent, fast, high-quality movement, leave no room for doubt, and that allows you to focus less on riding the line there and just focus on your pacing and breathing on the other elements.
The trophy case of CrossFit Mayhem Freedom is filled with gold. 4 individual golds for Rich and 4 team gold medals as well. And he is on his final 20 calories, and he will hand things off to Andrea Lisler.
And he might scoff at it, but there's also 2 silver medals there as well. 10 CrossFit Games medals. 10.
Never finished lower than second place at the games. And floating it across, and here comes Andrea Lisler on the bike. 15 calories for her. Mayhem maintains the lead that Taylor Williamson got in the opening leg of this event. 1935 unofficially is the time to lead that once Gambit CrossFit. They did that in the first of these 2 heats. Only 2 teams in that opening heat. Gambit CrossFit and CrossFit Reignited Wilmington were able to complete all the work inside the 20-minute time cap. Mayhem Freedom already has 3 athletes on the floor. We already halfway to the time cap.
5.
This is the final calorie for her.
4.
Now on to her 50 burpee box jump overs. For partner 15.
3, 2.
If you were with us yesterday, we talked about the amount of turnover that Rich Froning has seen on his team roster, and it is a new iteration of his team this year. And some might argue they got even better. And they had both Scott Panchik and China Cho on the roster last year.
And it's crazy just to think about the evolution of this team and their roster over the years. 2015, their first foray into team competition. We had 6-person teams back then. You know, athletes like Kristen Reffitt, Lauren Neal, Matt Hewitt, part of those original championship teams. You have James Hobart in the mix, Lindy Barber, Ellie Ward, Tasia Versevich, China Cho, Scott Panchik. I mean, you name it. a rotating door of athletes that are succeeded under this Mayhem Freedom banner. And now you have two athletes in Andrea Nisler and Taylor Williamson that, I mean, tit for tat may be the best female pairing in the team competition, period.
We remember how competitive they were for OC3, and obviously they were a big reason for that. And Andrea Nisler is on her 10 alternating dumbbell snatches at 70 pounds. Had a little trouble with this dumbbell. CrossFit Mayhem Freedom is running away with this event, looking for their third straight victory of the competition, and to put themselves solidly in the first place overall in the standings. Lone Star CrossFit in lane 6, they've been hovering towards the front of the pack that is chasing Andrea Nisler and CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. They currently sit in second place in this event. Kristen Contreras, Sharon Airdyne, Clay Ferris, and Casey Viber, the 4 members of that team.
They've had a very consistent weekend overall. Pair second place finishes, a 6th and a 4th. You know, consistently keeping inside of that top 5 overall on average throughout the weekend. That is a recipe for ending up on the podium at this level and at the games.
Kristen Contreras is on the floor for Lone Star right now. She is on her 10 alternating dumbbell snatches at 70 pounds as Andrea Nisler is done with her second set of 15 burpee box jump overs and on the bike for the final time of 15 calories. And Chase Hill, it's going to be a walk in the park for him on this anchor leg.
What we heard from Nikki talking with programmer Luke, like the separator, you know, is the heavy dumbbell in some instances here. I think for something like Chase, he's got a really good engine. That was one of the things Rich really stressed the last few times we talked about him. Chase's endurance, his engine, for some of the monostructural stuff, the machines, the gymnastics, bodyweight stuff like burpees, is phenomenal. So all he really has to do is keep it between the buoys in these first 2 movements, make sure he doesn't hit failure or some sort of disaster on that heavy dumbbell, and it's going to be smooth sailing the rest of the way.
And Nisler is in, and now Chase Hill is on the floor. 19:35 was the prior best time, and Chase Hill working on his first 20 calories before moving on to the 15 burpee box jump overs. CrossFit Mayhem Freedom once again looking for their 3rd straight event win here. Lone Star CrossFit, they are in second place in this heat as Kristen Contreras is on her second and final set of 15 burpee box jump overs, and then she will tag in Clay Ferris, who will be the last man on the floor for 1 second. Chase Hill done with his 20 calories, now on the burpee box jump overs.
Right now, Mayhem is on track for finishing right around that high 16, 17 minute mark. That's finishing before a lot of teams in the first heat even had their 3rd athlete finish.
Kristen Contreras is back on the bike for Lone Star, and in lane number 5, CrossFit West Chase. Kimberly DeCray is on the bike for her team.
30.
The 2 of them, Contreras and DeCray, on the upper left-hand part of your screen, as Chase Hill continues to take a victory lap here for CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. Now with 3 reps remaining on the burpee box jump overs, and then he will move to the 100-pound dumbbell for those 10 alternating snatches. You saw Kristen Contreras run by, and
25.
that will bring out the final athlete for Lone Star, Clay Ferris.
And just to pump Chase Hill's tires a little bit, a lot of people think he kind of came out of nowhere. But he was on that Independence team that also earned an invite to the games last season.
20.
Competed at Waterpalooza, competed at the Australia CrossFit Championships. They were well on their way to the games as well.
And so far he's got unbroken on that 100-pound dumbbell. 2 reps remaining for Chase Hill, and he will work his way back down the floor. And that will do it for Chase Hill. Back to the burpee box jump overs.
15.
Both Froning and Hill going unbroken, and quite an accomplishment for Hill. The knock on him is the strength, but certainly didn't show there.
Yeah, we saw him struggle to stay competitive as far as the men's OG workout was concerned, because he was that they chose to snatch. But sometimes it doesn't always translate to kind of unilateral work with like a single dumbbell. Clearly had no problem with the 100-pound dumbbell. Some athletes, if you look at another mayhem athlete like Haley Adams, she may not have the top end strength, but when you move those higher percentages for reps, that's where she tends to excel. It's a similar story here for Chase based on how well he moved that 100-pound dumbbell.
Chase Hill is in the lead as Bruce Froning and Henry just will talk things over. Clay Ferris is next to Chase Hill.
5.
He's behind Henry Nisselrod, just past the left of the screen. He is going to the dumbbell. As Chase Hill goes back to the bike for the final time, 20 calories.
4.
And then a leisurely stroll across the finish line to lock up Mayhem.
2.